had taken away a crucial life-saving engine company in Pacific Palisades. And when I got in, the fire chief at the time said, there's no way you're ever getting it back. It's gone, it's impossible. And lo and behold, we got it back this year. When I came into office, folks said one of the most intractable problems in the city is the traffic gridlock near the 405 and Sunset. And I said, I don't believe any problem is impossible. And we've brought together all the institutions on that corridor, and we're forming a collaborative, and existing institutions are committing to reduce their traffic impact by double digits. We just allocated $2 million to improve the connection between the 405 and Sunset. That is a problem we're going to get fixed. Yeah. In Westchester and Playa del Rey, for generations, for as long as I have been involved in city government, as long as I have lived on the west side, there has been a war between residents and the airport. And folks said that will continue to happen forever. We said that is not true. We believe something is possible. We believe that working together, we can strike a deal to end LAX expansion and the runway movement and get modernization going and turn over acres and acres of airport-owned property for public use, for parks and for neighborhood-serving retail. And with Denny Schneider and RSAC and a bunch of others, we got that done. Just a few years ago, people said we would never get mass transit on the west side. And this past year, we opened the Expo Line Phase 2 in West LA at Expo and Bundy. Yeah, and in just a couple of years, we're connecting rail to the airport. Yeah. We have brought bike share to the west side. We put more bike lanes in there. We've launched a Great Streets initiative here in Mar Vista. We have increased fire department resources and police resources on the west side. We have increased street resurfacing and other vital city services. And we are doing things in each and every single neighborhood. And citywide, we have been able to take on some national challenges and show that this city council, as Herb Weston constantly reminds us, is leading the nation. We set the standard with the $15 minimum wage that California then followed, and the rest of the nation is now following. We stood up and said no fracking in Los Angeles. We stood up and said there is a way to get to 100% renewable energy, and we will do it. And we said that we can take on some of the biggest problems because we know that the people of Los Angeles are eager to invest in solutions. Eager to invest in solutions and solving problems, no matter how big the problems are. So by 72%, voters in LA County, high 70s in this district, voted to approve Measure M, which is going to be the biggest transformative infrastructure project Los Angeles has ever seen. Mass transit network everywhere. Reducing traffic 15%, creating 500,000 new jobs, and giving us the resources we need to repave and resurface our streets. And at the same time, voters in the city of Los Angeles, by some of the highest margins we have ever seen for a city initiative. We needed 2/3, we got 3/4 of the vote to give us the ability to build 10,000 units of permanent supportive housing to get people off the streets of Los Angeles and out of their homes. Now, I am going to continue to take on these big challenges and try to solve the tough problems. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing in the world, getting from A to B, A to Z. But we are going to get there. I believe that there is something that everybody in this room has in common. Those who are holding signs for me, those who are holding signs against me. And that's that nobody wants people living in encampments on our streets. Nobody wants people living in front of our schools. And that we can do better than that.
Release the plan.
And we have unveiled a county and a citywide strategy to address homelessness in Los Angeles that people a year and a half ago said could never be done. And we have a specific plan in Venice where we have the most urgent need to get people off the streets.
It's gotten way worse.
And we absolutely will get that done. It is the moral test of our time. We owe it to ourselves and we owe it to our neighborhood.
Do it now, not 5 years. We need it now. Mercer's on our street.
So this is not going to be the smoothest campaign I have ever run. I am going to need your help.
You got that right.
I've got an opponent in this race
You bet.
who talks about homeless people like Donald Trump talks about immigrants. I've got an opponent in this race who is spreading fear and lies about a public health scare that does not exist. I've got an opponent
He's a lot Mercer.
who worked as a lobbyist for landfills and for Donald Trump trying to screw over neighborhoods. And he is going to be spending the next 60 days throwing the kitchen sink at me.